Hello and welcome to Dayforce. Dayforce will be the employee portal into TigerCat. Using the Dayforce system, you will be able to view your pay stub, your timesheets, make time off requests, and much more. This is going to be a brief overview of the system, how to navigate, and the features that you can use. To log in to Dayforce, you'll need to refer to the How to Log In guide that you will have received. The fields here are company, which will be TCII, TigerCat International, your first initial dot last name, and the password described to you on the tip sheet. Please note, if you have a TigerCat email address, you will have the option to use the single sign-on. Once you've entered your information, you can click Login. It will initially, the first time you log in, prompt you for two things. The first is to change your password to something that is unique to you, that only you know. The second is to verify your email and answer security questions. These will help you get back in if you forget your password without contacting HR or your system administrator. I'm going to skip these for now. Most of you will only have a single role, employee hourly or employee salary. Some of you might have multiple roles, IT and employee hourly, for example, finance access and employee hourly, for example. I'm going to come into the system as an employee hourly. Here is the home screen of Dayforce. Some navigation help. At the top of the screen is the command bar. On the left-hand side, you have your hamburger menu, which you can pop open to see all the different sections you have access to, as well as drop down any that have additional subsections. I can pin this on the side of my screen or unpin it. Next over is the home button. From anywhere in the system, you can use the home button to get back to this screen. Over on the right is a people feature for you to search for TigerCat employees. A global search, which will let you search anything in the system that you have access to. A help section, which pops open a second window and lets you browse through a number of different help sections here that Dayforce has. Lots of videos and different documentation. Then is the messages feature. Clicking on the messages feature opens up this messages center. Here I can compose a new message if I'd like to send one to HR by typing in their name, the subject, and the content, and then hit send. I can also view my inbox, which includes messages, any system notifications, or actions that should be taken. The Messages Center will be the spot for you to receive messages from HR or payroll, especially if you don't have a TigerCat email. This is a great place for you to keep in contact. This will also be the place where you'll receive company news. Additionally, if there's any emergency news, like a tree fell through the roof at Savage Drive, you'll be able to get that blast on your phone telling you, don't come in the morning, there's a tree through the roof. Down here on the blue section are your quick links and profile. To edit your quick links, you can hit this edit button here, and you can drag any of these quick links out and drag in profile, for example, or getting started, or any of these other ones here, and save. The next section I want to show you is this section down here. You have actions. If there are any pending actions for you to take, it will list them here. As an employee, there won't be a ton of actions for you to take, but if there are, this will be where they're listed. Events. Here, you can see any of the different shifts you have coming up, or vacation days, or stat holidays. Here, you can also click the action button to view the day in the calendar, or even create a time off request for any of these specific days. More on time off requests in a bit. You can also click on balances to see any of your accrued, approved, pending, remaining vacation hours and vacation dollars. There's also a link here to the time away list, which we will get to more shortly. Once Dayforce has processed its first pay run, you'll be able to see your earning statements in this section, or click here for more details. This will list out all of your earning statements. You can use these date filters here to search and narrow down the earning statements you're looking for. Once it is time for year end, you'll be able to see the year end forms here, as well as your year-to-date compensation. One last thing on this page before we get into the different sections is the Team Relate profile survey. Clicking on this link will pop open a window that lets you click through 50 questions, rating them from less likely to more likely on a scale from 1 to 7. Once you're done, the survey will calculate a personality type for you. This will be helpful for your manager. You can fill this out if you'd like, but you by no means have to. The first section I'd like to take a look at in the system is the time away list. Until now, TigerCat has done all time away requests on a paper form, but starting with Dayforce, we are going to do all time away requests through the system. Clicking on the time away list will pull up any canceled, pending, approved, any historical time away requests that you've made and show them here. You can drop them down to see the details. You can drop down any pending or approved but not taken requests to cancel them. Also, you can click on this request new time off to create a new time off request. Here I can select my reason, prearranged unpaid, vacation, or vacation unpaid. Prearranged unpaid is just your typical I need a day off or a chunk of a day off, but I don't want to take a vacation day. Vacation is the code that will reduce both your vacation hours and your vacation dollars balance. If you have vacation hours remaining but no dollars, you're able to use the vacation unpaid. The vacation unpaid code will reduce your hours but not your dollars. We don't allow dollars to go into negative, but you might have remaining hours and $0. I'm going to put in a request for a prearranged unpaid day. It's telling me this request overlaps with another, so I'm going to push it out some to February 8th to maybe the 10th. It's going to calculate the total hours that I'm requesting, or I can take a partial day. I have to change this back to the 8th, so it's just one day, and then I can choose the time that I'd like to take off. Maybe I need the morning off here for an appointment, and then it will calculate 4 hours, half of the day. I can enter any comments. which are particularly important for the prearranged unpaid to give the manager some context as to why you're requesting it off. I can also see more balance details down here at the bottom than I can up here. Once I'm happy with my request, I can hit submit. You'll see here now I have another pending request for 4 hours, prearranged unpaid on February 8th. I can drop it down to see all the details or cancel. This request will go to my manager for approval. Once they have approved or rejected the request, I'll get a notification and the request will update. Next part of the system I'd like to take a look at is the timesheet. I'm going to jump back here to November, where we have some data in the system for punches. Here you can see the total hours worked, the clock in, clock outs, any lunch in, lunch outs if you took them, your total hours. As well, you can add any comments to the shifts if you'd like, or see any vacation taken down at the bottom. I was scheduled for a shift, but I took vacation instead. And your total, of course, on the side here. I can also drop this menu down to see weekly, daily, or retro summaries of all the different types of hours that I might have. I can scroll through them here. The calendar view will show you your shifts, your upcoming vacation here, the paydays, any stat holidays, and of course, like your total hours scheduled. I can also pop open the flyout pane and change the look of my calendar, show or hide my availability, show or hide my time off requests, etc. Next is the forms section. As an employee in Dayforce, you'll have the ability and the responsibility to maintain your own information in the system. This is the included information that you'll be responsible for maintaining. Starting with the benefits information, you'll be able to add beneficiaries, dependents, etc. You'll be able to update your address information, your contact details, your direct deposit information, etc., and update your tax deductions. To fill out any of these forms, simply click on the form, click Add on whichever section you'd like to add. You can choose, for example, what type of phone number it is, the country. You can type in the phone number, and you can also end date any of your existing phone numbers if it's no longer in use. Once you're done, you can hit submit. Once you've submitted a form, it will immediately update the Dayforce database with your new current information. You can also see any historical form submissions up here under My Form Submissions. Next is the benefits section. Here, you'll be able to fill out any enrollments that are open to you. For example, when you fill out a form, and this is the list of forms that we were just looking at in the other screen for benefits, if I were to fill out a life event declaration form, for example, if I had a child, I can submit. And in a moment, I will be notified up here in my message center that a new enrollment has opened up for me, in addition to this optional life insurance changes enrollment. The optional life insurance changes enrollment will always be open to you should you like to enroll in optional life insurance. Additionally, here's a little bit of information on benefits, as well as some links to Manulife and Canada Life, and an email address if you have any benefit questions. We'll come back to the benefits screen in a little bit and do the enrollment that will have popped up. Some more sections here on the left-hand side. Careers. The careers page is going to list any jobs that TigerCat has open. The recruiting module for Dayforce won't be live until approximately 2 weeks after the initial go live, so there won't be anything here for a few weeks. But once there is, you can see any internal job postings or external job postings that TigerCat has. You can search, you can click into them, you can see the details. It works much like Indeed. You can also go to My Profile. The first time you come on this screen, it will prompt you to upload a resume, and then it will pull the information from your resume into your profile. Next, under Work, you're able to view your attendance here at a glance. This screen will show you any attendance incidents that you have, unexplained absences, lates and earlies, and if there's any more codes that are relevant to you, they'll pop up here at the top with various colors. Here I can click on an incident to see the details. I can also drop down the different types of incidents. So here I have some absences, and I can see how many hours and on what dates. That's a brief overview of Dayforce. For more information, please use the help section as well as the quick tip sheets that you will have received. Your supervisor will also be able to answer some of the questions you have regarding the system. Please know there's also a mobile app that you can download on iOS or Android. It works much the same, including logging in. You'll have a lot of the same features, not all of the features, but a lot of the features, including creating vacation requests, checking out the company directory, sending HR message, etc. Thanks for watching and enjoy the system.